This is NBC Nightly News, Wednesday, August 27th. Tonight, reported by Tom Brokaw from the NBC News Center in New York.
Good evening. A federal jury in Cleveland ruled late today that Ohio Governor James Rhodes and 28 other defendants were not personally responsible for the 1970 Kent State shootings. Elizabeth Taylor and Richard Burton, clutched in the embrace of their newest reconciliation, flew into Israel tonight from Zurich, Switzerland.
Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier, Bob Hope and Bing Crosby of boxing, are taking their show on the road to Manila. Ali tells the jokes, Frazier does the singing, and they both collect the money.
It will be a thriller and a chiller and a killer when I get the gorilla in Manila.
In 1971, the curtain rose on the first of a dramatic trilogy, authored by Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier. The Odyssey began when Frazier shattered the Ali mystique by knocking him down en route to a 15-round decision. 3 years later, Ali dominated the second installment during his crusade to recapture the heavyweight title. But the pair saved their finest performances for 1975 and the final chapter of their saga, a fight that would be known as the Thriller in Manila. That's the subject today on The Greatest Fights Ever.
Ali shall bow when I get the gorilla in Manila.
NBC Saturday Sports Showcase presents The Greatest Fights Ever. And now from Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas, here's Marv Albert and the Fight Doctor, Ferdy Pacheco.
Welcome to the second in our series of The Greatest Fights Ever. Today it's the Thriller in Manila. Muhammad Ali going against Joe Frazier in what turned out to be their third and final meeting. Now, over the next 2 hours, we'll be talking with Joe Frazier and many of the principals involved, including Angelo Dundee and Eddie Futch. Ferdy, of course, was the longtime physician and cornerman for Muhammad Ali. What went into the makeup of this fight? There was not a great demand for it. Frazier was whipped pretty solidly by Ali in their second meeting. Frazier was also devastated in his bout with George Foreman. Why did this fight take place?
I think you could characterize this as one last big payday for Joe Frazier, because hard as it is to believe, Muhammad Ali really liked Joe Frazier. He had a bonding from those two hard fights that he had, and it was kind of a goodbye Joe Frazier fight.
In effect, Ali did not see Frazier as a major threat, and for good reason.
You had your chance twice. You blow. I whooped you the first time. And after I destroyed George Foreman, you have the nerve to challenge me. I'll tell you what I can do. I don't have to fight you in the ring. We can fight here today.
Having lost to Ali in the 1974 rematch, Frazier's career was suddenly in decline. He began shadowing his longtime rival in hopes of creating interest in one more fight. Smokin' Joe had launched his campaign for another title shot by venturing to Africa to watch the rumble in the jungle.
Are you making any predictions?
Well, I guess anywhere from 1 to 15. I hope it'll be a good fight. I'll take on the champion.
You're backing the champion.
I better believe it.
Despite that prediction, Frazier saw Ali take George Foreman's championship and then threatened to retire.
Tell me now, are you really going to retire, Muhammad?
I'm seriously thinking about retiring. There's nothing else for me to fight. I told her, well, I'm going to retire. I'm going to hold the title for a few months. They took my title unjustly. I told you, I'm the real champion. I told you, I'm the champion of the world.
But shortly thereafter, Ali was back in training, and Frazier's wish was granted.
Broke my jaw, came back and annihilated it. All 4 years, Joe Frazier got a decision. I beat him to pulps, put him in hospital for 1 month, still came back a year or two later, annihilated him. And George Foreman, who was the god of Joe Frazier and Ken Norton, retired him. You haven't heard nothing from George Foreman till that fight. And now I'm ready for Joe Frazier. Not only am I ready, not only am I confident, which when the cards are down, I'm still coming back, but now I'm the champion of the world.
It's kind of nice, you know, to know that it's only about maybe 2 or 3 months away and I'll be the champion again. And therefore we'll just show this young man here how to be a champion. Get about the
I'm just gonna hit you on your head.
What about your body?
And you come
what you
on,
gonna do with
you
it?
ain't gonna get to it because I'm gonna be hitting you on your head and moving.
We gonna take care of all of that.
I'm gonna hit you right on your head
We got
and
something for
straighten
you.
out your nose.
We got something for you.
You have.
You better believe it.
It will be a thriller and a chiller and
In
a killer
Manila.
when I get the gorilla in Manila.
I know, yeah. I know about it.
I got your conscience with me.
Yeah, how about that?
I'm gonna keep it
hang
right
on to
here
it.
in my pocket.
Hang on to it. Why not?
So, Ali Frazier 3 was set for the 1st of October in the Philippines.
Mr. President, what do you think this sort of fight will do for the Philippines?
Well, it does publicize the Philippines and prove the fact that the government is stable and that we have peace and order.
At the time, Ferdinand Marcos was having some political unrest in the Philippines. He correctly assumed that if he invited Ali to fight Frazier in Manila, everything would quiet down, which indeed it did. And the main difference was that in Africa, Ali was so concentrated, so focused on Foreman that he went 40 miles out of town and trained every day, and he was just totally had nothing on his mind but George Foreman. Whereas in Manila, we had Joe Frazier, who he didn't really think was going to be too much of an opposition, and he was the superstar by this time. They wouldn't leave him alone. He was in the middle of town in a hotel besieged by people. And if there's one thing about Ali, he loved people. He'd come down to the lobby and spend hours there, so he was really relaxed. He wasn't training like he had been in Africa.
And Ali's relaxed state of mind was certainly evident in his pre-fight press conferences.
It will be a killer and a chiller and a thriller when I get the gorilla in Manila. All his hair will do all night. That's all he's gonna do. He's so ugly, his face should be donated to the Bureau of Wildlife. Come on, gorilla, we in Manila.
What's your favorite character?
I've been watching Mighty Joe Young and King Kong.
While Ali conducted his media blitz, Frazier stayed focused on training. When he did talk to the press, it was apparent that Ali's insults were providing added incentive.
I'm in shape. I'm ready to go the distance. We've worked on a lot of things, and I know that he's going to be trying a lot of things in this particular fight, so we want to punish him for 15 rounds.
Intent on dominating the spotlight, Ali began spying on Frazier's workouts, but never with enough stealth to escape notice.
Whatever the games he played, you know, I can play just as much, even more. But therefore, it's not my bag, you know what I mean?
I just like to talk about him. He's a nice fellow. Just makes him hot, you know. I want to get him real mad. Because the man gets mad, he just, he wants you so bad, he can't think, you know. So I like to get a man mad.
He says someday when you're both old and walking with canes, you'll be friends and you'll look back on this.
Boy, well, if he look like he looks now, when he get old, I throw my cane down and run. I won't need no cane. I get well all of a sudden. I see myself now. Hey, you look like somebody I recognize, fella. Joe Frazier.
Even Frazier's fledgling singing career attracted Ali's attention in Manila.
The next second, he began to fall. It was a first round knockout. One punch and then first round knockout. And he was out until a count of 10.
Is that Joe Frazier? He's good. My record. We're gonna play mine now. I got a record too.
Across town, the arena was readied for the showdown. Frazier had prepared with zeal, while Ali was confident of controlling the outcome.
Get there, Ali, because Joe Frazier might sit down before you do. I'm the prettiest, I'm the greatest fighter of all time.
The events that followed were anything but predictable. The Thriller in Manila is next.
On the eve of the fight, yet another distraction emerged, and this one of a more serious nature.
Yeah, Muhammad Ali, when he won the title in Africa, brought more than the belt out of Africa. He brought his girlfriend, Veronica. The Philippines presented itself as a brilliant opportunity to take Veronica and spend quality time with her in Manila. Unfortunately, he was invited to meet President Marcos and his wife, and he presented himself before a battery of cameras, but he brought Veronica and introduced her as his wife to the president and Mrs. Marcos. Film was shown in the United States. Belinda, his wife at the time, saw the film, hopped on a plane, came to Manila, and they had quite a shootout in Ali's suite. And believe me, Ali was distracted for the rest of the time.
So, with fight time approaching, Muhammad Ali had a bit more on his mind than just Joe Frazier.
At 10 a.m. local time, the Philippine Coliseum was filled to capacity. Inside, conditions were sweltering, with both temperature and humidity in the 90s. Let's join the closed-circuit telecast featuring broadcasting legend Don Dumfries.
I understand that Joe Frazier is on his way from his dressing room towards the ring. Joe Frazier, the challenger in this bout, weighed in at the official weigh-in on Saturday at 215.5 pounds. That is a little bit heavy for Joe. He was 205.5 when he defeated Ali back in 1971. Just a reminder again that this is the third match between these men. Joe Frazier on his way into the ring. Helping me with the color casting on this show will be the inimitable Flip Wilson, with or without his Geraldine. Flip, without Geraldine, we're going to play it straight tonight, Flip.
That's right, definitely.
What do you think of the fight?
Well, I think we're in for a great battle. I think it'll end within 9. I won't predict the winner, but I do think it will end within 9.
And the famous Wyatt Earp of television fame and one of our great stars of the screen, Hugh O'Brien. Hugh?
Hi, Don. Nice to see you. Hi, everybody out there. All of you at Hef's. Wish I could be with you, but I'm happy I'm here, and I think it's going to be a great fight. The workouts have been super, and I think we're going to see really a tremendous contest between these two guys. Joe's in great shape, and so's Ali. That's Joe getting in.
And here's Joe Frazier coming into the ring. Joe Frazier looks pretty sharp in there. George Benton, a former middleweight. Eddie Futch, his manager and trainer. And, of course, also with me on the telecast, an old friend of yours, Ken Norton. Ken, say what you think of this big bout.
Well, Don, it's going to be a very epic battle. It's going to be one of power versus technique. I feel that Joe, as I said before, is going to have to get on the inside. Ali is going to try to keep the man on the outside with the uppercuts, with the hooks, and on the end of his punches.
Here comes the champion of the world, Muhammad Ali. Earlier, President Ferdinand Marcos and his lovely wife, President of the Philippines, were introduced. A roar goes up as Ali comes into view. Muhammad Ali approaching the ring rather deliberately. It isn't how you go in, it's how you go out. That's the important thing. Muhammad Ali for this epic moment in the Philippine Coliseum in Quezon City, adjacent to Manila. Ali weighed in Ali weighed in 224.5 at the official weigh-in on Saturday.
Both men considerably heavier than in their first meeting 4 years back, and Ali with that overwhelming height and reach advantage.
Our main event will go this handsome trophy donated by Excellency Ferdinand E. Marcos. This trophy is donated by His Excellency President Ferdinand E. Marcos. Introducing, in the blue corner, weighing 215.5 pounds, wearing light blue trunks with white stripes, from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, USA, the challenger and former heavyweight champion of the world, Joe Frazier. Wearing white trunks with black stripes, from Louisville, Kentucky, USA, the heavyweight champion of the world, Muhammad Ali. Judges, Colonel Alfredo Piazon and Larry Nadayag. Referee, Sonny Padilla.
These two old
Jr.
adversaries came together for the third time, and as he had before, Ali continued his psychological warfare, telling Joe, "You don't have it, Joe, you don't have it. I'm going to put you away." To which Joe said, "We'll see," and smiled.
Frazier's smiling as Ali talks to him. It's 15 rounds. The ring is 21 by 21, a rather large ring.
Which is beneficial for Ali.
And which should help the champion. It's 15 rounds, and here is round one. Staying low to get away from that jab. Frazier smiling. Ali opening up fast. To work the body. Frazier keeps smiling as he corners Ali to the rope. Ali beats him to the punch. The referee Carlos Padilla. Doesn't want to get trapped on the rope. A minute to go in round one. Ali holding behind the neck there.
And we welcome Eddie Futch, the manager-trainer for Joe Frazier. Eddie, what was your strategy going into that first round?
Going into the first round, we were attempting to lure Ali into throwing the uppercut at Frazier as he had done in the first fight. And our strategy then was to have been to step into the left hook as he threw the uppercut. And the bobbing and weaving was done in order to make Ali throw that punch.
Did he go for it at all?
No, he didn't. Ali did not go for it because he remembered the first fight in which he got hurt on a couple of occasions doing just that.
But Eddie, did you prepare Joe for as furious an opening first round as Ali was going to do? Because Ali figured, hey, maybe I can get this guy out early. He hadn't trained as well as he usually did, and Joe, we knew, was well trained. Did you prepare him, hey, watch out for Ali in these opening rounds, he's going to try hard?
No, we didn't expect Ali to come out that fast. We really didn't, because in the previous two fights, the pace had been more normal.
We're waiting for round two. That was a big round for Muhammad Ali. No question about it. But Frazier always loses the first round. Around the neck. Frazier's still smiling as he pours in. Frazier working the body, Ali working the head. Two minutes left in this round. Ali sending him off. To the body. Almost exclusively. Ali holding around the neck again.
are joined by the third man in the ring, Carlos Padilla. Now, Carlos, twice during the course of that second round, you warned Ali for holding Frazier right behind his head. What did you say to him?
Well, I told him not to hold Frazier at the back of the head and at the same time pull him. You know, that's Ali's habit during the fights.
How did Ali react to that?
Well, the way, you know, he was a little bit surprised, you know. He looked at me, oh, who is this guy holding me at the back of the head and giving me water?
You know, one of our principal concerns in Ali's corner, where I was that we thought you were too little to handle these two huge guys because they were so big and you were so small. Had you ever been in with heavyweights that big?
You know, to tell you the truth, before that fight, you know, in the Philippines, the fights we work, in my experience, is all flyweights. If it's a featherweight or lightweight, that's big already to us. And when they called me to go on top of the ring, I was surprised. I thought the ring is roller skating, you know, that big. And when Ali and, you know, they come, you know,
face to face.
Yes, I was only at their armpit.
All right, we'll hear more from Carlos later on. Right now, let's move on to round 3.
There's Joe Frazier now as we come up to round 3. Ali bowing in his corner. Angelo Dundee a little late getting out of the ring in Ali's corner. Round 3, scheduled for 15. Good punches by Frazier now as he's got Ali on the rope. Ali with the rope-a-dope. Frazier looking for an opening here. Almost a replica of Ali and Foreman last year.
We are joined by Muhammad Ali's longtime trainer, Angelo Dundee. Angelo, with the intense heat in Manila, did you expect this kind of fierce pace?
Oh, I hate to say
both fighters brought the best out of each other. And the two hottest bodies in the arena was Frazier and Ali, because indoors, a lot of people in the joint, and the intense heat was suffocating. I don't know how they kept that pace up.
The greatest fights ever continues from Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas. Here again are Marv Albert and the fight doctor, Ferdy Pacheco.
All right, 3 rounds in, and it was evident that Ali's title was at risk. This was not the easy bout that he expected.
Well, Ali's well-intentioned gesture of an easy fight backfired right in his face, and goodbye, Joe, turned into hello, Joe, you're back.
Here's round 4. Frazier the blue denim trunks, Ali the white. Beats Frazier to the punch. Ali with the rope that goes again. Frazier looking for a spot. He's not wasting punches, however. Been a one-sided fight so far. Frazier is finding some openings now for the body. Ali with those quick hands and sharp shooting keeps it his way. To go in the round. A low blow by Frazier. He's warned by the referee. All right, ref. Hey, ref. Frazier the aggressor all the way. Ali doing most of the scoring. Over. Flip, it looks to me as though this is going to be decided on condition. And
I think Joe is starting to smoke. But I think it's going to end up the way a lot of people probably suspect.
There's the corner of Ali as he leads the cheering. Ali leading his own cheering. His chief second, Angelo Dundee, with Drew Brown in there. Corner of Joe Frazier, Eddie Futch, Milt Bailey, and George Benton. Round 5 coming up. Neither boy looks the least bit tired so far, although Frazier has taken a good going over. They're both trained for a long fight, I'm sure of that. Coming back a little bit. Frazier using his right hand a little more now. Frazier the aggressor, Ali posing again. Ali really got nailed.
Angelo, you were upset about Ali's performance in that 5th round.
Well, the worst thing he could do was lay on the ropes because he's making up Joe pick up momentum, drive those shots to the body. You know, and Joe coming up with the elbow once the odds are afraid he's going to catch an elbow because Joe has this rhythm. Left hook, left elbow. Left hook, left elbow. So I figured he'd catch a shot. So laying on the ropes is the most susceptible place for the guy. I want him to spin off and lead him there.
You, in the meantime, must have been very happy with the way Joe Frazier was going because he was fighting the game plan that you figured out.
Yes, because I wanted him to pressure Ali and back him against the rope so he could get off those good solid body shots, and with the hope of bringing Ali's hands down for the good shots to the head. Most of the fellas, when they fought Ali, they would back him to the ropes, then go immediately to the head with the left hook. He would just pull back, stretch the rope, make the punch miss, and then you're off balance and hit you with 1,000 punches.
The one thing that no one ever figured out, and you never figured it out, is how to stop Ali from grabbing you behind your neck and pulling your head in so you couldn't punch anymore. How? You never could figure that out.
No, never could figure that out. In fact, I complained about it in the second fight in which Tony Perez was the referee in New York. I complained to him in the 5th round and tried to get him to stop that or penalize Ali for it. But he promised that he would, but he never did. Ali did it 133 times in 12 rounds.
I can tell you now, Eddie, I told the referee your guy was trying to butt my guy, so I said, that we had to give him a little pull.
We're coming up to round 6. 1/3 of the fight is over, should it go the distance. 15 rounds. Frazier, the blue trump. Ali in white. I don't know what they score for aggressiveness in the Philippines, but Frazier has been the aggressor all the way. Sorry. It happened when Joe landed a punch. That's why I thought it was Ali. Ali dancing for the first time. There. Frazier coming in low. This is a good round for Frazier.
By the end of this round, Joe Frazier was not only fighting with strength, but he was fighting with joy. It's as if he understood that the title was his for the taking, that Ali was getting tired and he was getting stronger.
And you went to Philadelphia to talk about that with Smoking Joe.
We fought, let's say, out of hate, animosity, love from both of us, and try to take each other out.
Did you feel that the body attack was winning the fight for you and Ali was weakening and slowing down?
Well, I'll tell you one thing, Doc. It was so hot over there. So the heat was so intensive on the bases that I can't even think anymore. I really would have. All I know, the fight was there. The heat, it was like what?
110 or so. I mean,
no, it was hotter than that.
Hotter than that under the lights. Damn hot.
It was much hotter than that.
And the humidity, there was no air conditioning. Everybody was packed in there.
That particular fight, like, I just couldn't think. I was there. I had a job to do. I just want to get the job done, you know.
Frazier's corner as we're waiting for round 7. Round 7, scheduled for 15. Frazier coming back. Ali dancing for the first time. Frazier's good right hand to the head for the first time. Frazier rolled with that punch. Referee Carlos Patilla from Philippines. Fighting a smart fight now, picking his spots, breaking off the action when he wants to, resuming it when he wants to. Ali having a good round. Frazier's still the aggressor. Frazier stood up under Ali's best shots, and vice versa. Doing the holding as he has done it most of the fight. Joe hoping to get in that big one. Ali got it in there.
Well, we have reached the halfway mark of a bout that has been surprising. Muhammad Ali going for the early knockout, but at this point, Joe Frazier is coming on and is making a legitimate run at winning the title.
At this point, it became a slugfest, and it became an endurance contest with the heat, with the humidity, and it became more than anything a battle of the will.
Let us move on now and take a look at round 8.
What do you think about condition of the two of them? Frazier has taken the more punishment, but Ali has taken a lot too. What do you think, Ken?
At the present time, I would have to say that Frazier is in better condition.
Would you really?
Yes, I would.
Well, that's interesting. How about you, Flip?
Well, as I said earlier, Joe is really starting to smoke. It looked a little shaky from the go, but Joe is starting to smoke, and I think we're going on at a pretty good pace now, and either man may win it right now.
Here's round 8. Ali's trunks are dropping little by little. The supporter is obvious now. No knockdowns. By Ali. Ali's got Joe covering up for the first time. Been a rocky round for the challenger. And scoring heavily, even though he took a lot in this round. Frazier may have evened up the round. Leaving himself more exposed on the inside.
Eddie, were you concerned about the shots that Frazier was taking at the start of the round?
No, I wasn't too concerned about those shots because the shots never had the full body of Ali into them because Joe had the faculty of making his opponent hurry everything that he did. And consequently, although Ali was landing him rather frequently there, he didn't have the full power that he would have had he had more time.
Well, at the beginning of that round, you must have been very encouraged because Ali was landing everything. It looked like it was hard to me. It looked like it was hard to you, I'm sure. But then in the second half, Joe takes over. About that time, do you start to think, hey, this is getting to be a contest of will rather than a contest of physical skill? Because it looked like both guys were equal. It's just who wanted it more. Did you get the feeling, hey, this is going to be up to Hart?
Well, Hart, the tremendous condition of both fighters taking those shots. I mean, the body shots that Joe was nailing Muhammad with, my God, would have got guy out of there. Because Muhammad was in such great condition, he was able to take those shots. And I think Eddie put Joe up to it where the trunks were dropping. Once in a while, you slide him down. I think, Eddie, that was your favorite punch.
All right, on that note, let's move on to round number 9.
Round 9, scheduled for 15. Boys dripping perspiration. It's hot here. Frazier, the blue denim trunks, Ali in white. Ali up on his toes more, setting the pace. Oh, just as well for Ali that one missed. Frazier has been hitting low a lot lately. Get that guard down. 2 minutes left in the round. Joe conserving his strength there as Ali holds on. Joe trying to set him up for the left hook, and Ali knows it. And again is beating him to the punch constantly. These are good body shots by Frazier when he gets them in there. Joe coming in faster. A minute to go in the round. Now double hooking with that left hand. Head and body, body and head. Round almost over. Round 10, scheduled for 15. Ali setting himself to punch harder in this round. Ali going flat-footed. Has had an awful lot of trouble coping with Ali's fast hands. Muhammad Ali's got those fast hands. Two minutes left in the round. Ali's corner keeps yelling, cross yourself, meaning get the arms across the body. Frazier doesn't get the clean shots at Ali that Ali gets at him. Joe is starting to grunt again with his punches. Ali doing the holding again. That did Ali no good. To go on the round. Grazing punches.
Between rounds, before the 10th, I heard Ali say something to you that I never heard him say before. What was that?
Man, he said, this is the closest I've ever been to dying. I said, because he said, really? And I said, well, now we got to separate the men from the boys. Because what the heck? The shots that were nailing each other then, battle of attrition, wanting it more, it was all there. Because remember, 8-ounce gloves, waterlogged 8-ounce gloves splatting on each fighter.
Now you, Ed, were comfortable with what was taking place, at least from the point of view of Joe Frazier.
Yes, I was, because I thought that our battle plan was being, put into play, and I figured that the fact that Frazier was able to get to Ali in the latter part of every round would wear Ali down eventually, and perhaps we could come on to win in the last few rounds.
And we're now through 10 rounds, and Ferdy, Muhammad Ali has taken command.
Frazier begins to understand that his chances of the championship are diminishing as the punishment and damage to his face increases.
All right, on to round 11.
Round 11, 5 to go. Ali alternately dancing, fighting flat-footed, and going to the rope. Joe got off the ropes that time. Now this is a switch. Joe is on the rope. Super fight all the way here in the Philippine Coliseum. So far, a good round for Ali. In Frazier's corner, referee trying to get them out of there. Frazier's teeing off on Ali now with the right hand. Ali will probably open up all of a sudden. A minute to go in the round. To go on the round.
Once again, we're joined by referee Carlos Padilla. Carlos, we saw Ali doing quite a bit of talking to Frazier. What was he saying?
Yeah, during his rope a-doop, I noticed he was saying a nursery rhyme, like a 1, a 2, a 3. Jack be nimble and Jack be quick. Jump over the candlestick. You know, while...
Very
You mean
nicely
while Frazier was punching, he was reciting a poem?
Yeah.
That was Ali.
That's something.
And, you know, that round, when he came back at the end of the 10th round before the 11th, he was so tired he thought he was dying. How did you find the conditions of both fighters? Obviously, they're fighting very hard, but did you feel that they were really exhausted, that they were just pulling on every last inch of
Yes, I noticed
reserve?
that because, you know, Frazier is getting more beaten and Ali is, you know, is slowing down, but they keep the, you know, good fight.
In that intense heat, how did it bother you? You're wrestling two huge guys. Were you getting tired?
Well, yes, I was really soaking, you know, perspiring, and to tell you the truth, after the fight, my feet are all blistered. Well, maybe because of the heat and, you know, constant moving and pulling these big guys.
Round 12. Ali starts the round, every round, scoring heavily. seems to be coasting a little bit here. And Ali is scoring on him. Two minutes left in the round. Frazier looking for a spot on the inside. The round half over.
Get out of the rope, Sheriff! Get off the rope! Get off the rope, Sonny!
A minute to go in the round. Frazier seems to be bleeding from the mouth. First sign of blood in the fight. Round almost over. Ken Norton, I thought Joe Frazier showed signs of tiring for the first time in that round. He had Ali on the ropes a couple of times, and he didn't seem to have any zip. Now, that's just my opinion. What do you think?
I think he was told from his corner by Eddie Futch that he's been throwing a lot of hard shots to the body. And they don't want a reiteration of what happened with Foreman of throwing yourself out on the ropes. So I would have to say that I think Eddie had told the man, like, get him on the ropes, throw the punches, don't put as much power into them, just get the points behind them.
I began to be quite concerned about the swelling in the left eye because it was quite pronounced at this time, and I was afraid that Joe was going to have a lot of trouble seeing those right hands coming, and it turned out to be the case.
Angelo, I remember in the corner, about that time, it was the first time I saw optimism in your face. The first time I thought, Angelo sees something moving here. What did you see that made you get so optimistic in the 12th round?
Well, I noticed that the hematoma going up to his head. Ali was sort of pushing him and shoving him and dominating him. The strength of Ali was pronounced. He'd push him away. And Joe couldn't resist, because Joe was a very strong guy. But that's why I noticed that Ali was taking over.
Did you think that the heat, which was intense, and the humidity or something, was getting to Joe really bad by then?
The heat was affecting both fighters. It was murder. I mean, it was hot under that building. I mean, the heat was a real big play there. In fact, you know, the heat had a big play on the condition of the gloves. They were all waterlogged, soaked.
Continuing with the thriller in Manila, we're joined by another member of the Joe Frazier corner, George Benton. Eddie Futch was telling us at this point, it appeared to be slipping away from Joe. If you could do anything over again, what would that be?
Well, what I would have done, I would have told Eddie, look, Ed, let's just make this guy jump up and down in the corner and throw punches in the air like he was trying to kill air, you know. And Ali seeing this and seeing Joe full of vim and vigor, he would have probably quit in the corner seeing Joe had so much left. But we really didn't know, you know. But I heard Ali say, I'm not going back out there, this man's crazy, you know. But we didn't take advantage of it because neither one of us felt that Joe could really go on with this bad eye. But now, looking back, that's what I'd have done. I'd have made him just jump up and down in that corner and chatterbox like he was ready to go out to kill Ali.
At the start of the round.
Yeah, at the start of the round, yes. But we didn't do it. But that would have been the turning point in that whole fight. That fight would have made history because I'm sure he wouldn't have come out if he'd known Joe Frazier was going to.
Your problem was Joe was so tired he couldn't jump up and down in the corner and throw punches in the air. And that's what we got coming up here in round 13.
Round 13. Ali trying to set the pace again. Ali ready to open up with those combinations. Both boys slow down for a moment. Left in the round. Grabbing around the neck. Big round for Ali. Ali slips. Ali holding. Frazier looked awful tired, is puffed around both eyes now.
At this point, did you think there was any possibility at all for Frazier?
No, not really, because, you know, like I said before, if we had made Joe bounce up and down, the other guy may have quit. But in all reality, if Joe had went out in that round, if he doesn't get knocked out, there was no way he could knock Ali out because he didn't have enough power. There was nothing there. It was nothing but slaps. Neither one of them had anything left. But the thing Ali had going for him was that each time that he poked Joe in the eye, just with the lightest punch, it could have hurt him because, you know, the eye was already swollen.
Okay, George, thanks very much for joining us. Well, the fight is nearing its end. We'll be back with the conclusion in just a moment.
The greatest fights ever continues from Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas. Here again is Marv Albert.
Continuing with the thriller in Manila, we're joined by Milt Bailey, who was in the corner of Joe Frazier, and Milt was also 11 years earlier in the corner of Sonny Liston when he went up against Cassius Clay in their first meeting in Miami. As you take a look at both fights, how do you compare Liston to Frazier?
Liston, in my estimation, was a bully, and Frazier was a bulldog, because Frazier would claw at you till he got you.
And he didn't seem to stop punching with all he had. I remember several times he landed very hard punches on Ali, and I thought Ali was gone.
No, the punch that really struck me as being the hardest punch of the fight was right up over our corner when Frazier hit him with a left hook, and how the man stood up, I'll never know.
We're waiting for round 14. I would think that Ali has regained the command of the fight.
That's very true. Ali seems to coast until he sees an opening. When he has the opening, he seems to throw a big, rapid flurry. This has been Joe's downfall. Joe cannot match hand speed with him, so when Ali throws a quick flurry, Joe is very vulnerable. Very vulnerable.
Joe has taken a lot of punishment in the last couple of rounds. Anyway, we're coming up to round 14. I
got an 8-4-1.
Ali has gone out for a knockout, I think, in this round. Whether he gets it or not is something else. That he had in the middle rounds. Badly hurt. The biggest round of the fight for anybody. Frazier was within a punch or two of going down. The doctor comes up and looks at Frazier. I think it's going to be over. It's all over.
Eddie, what did you see that made you stop the fight?
I saw that Joe wasn't able to see the punches coming, especially the right hand. He was getting hit with punches that he didn't see at all. And so I didn't want to take a chance on him being permanently injured or probably fatally injured. And so I stopped the fight.
Did you have any opposition from him? Would Frazier have continued?
Frazier would have continued. In fact, he resisted slightly when I told him the fight was over. He had been sitting on the stool and he jumped up, and I just put my hand on his shoulder and pressed gently, and he sat down again, relying on my judgment.
I'm up in the ring here, and Muhammad Ali is pretty well spent, and I'm going to try to get over at him. We're trying to get in here to talk to Ali, who has retained his title, and I think he needs a little air, because this has to have been one of the most bruising heavyweight championships of all time. Our cameraman's trying to get in here. Bertie Pacheco, how is Ali?
Ali is very good, only as you can see, he wanted to avoid all the pushing and mauling that goes on after one of these fights.
Yeah.
I think it was well stopped.
Nice that they cleared the ring.
Well, they're doing a better job here than they have anyplace else.
Carlos, were you surprised that Eddie Futch stopped the fight?
Well, I was already thinking of stopping the fight myself on the next round, because Frazier is really getting beaten. I called the doctor to check, the end of the 14th round to check Frazier, because the blood keep on pouring. And the doctor, he checked Frazier and said it's all right.
So do you think that had the fight continued on to the 15th round, you would have had to stop it anyway?
Yes. Yes, I will give him a little bit, a minute or whatever. But if he gets, getting a hit, I will stop it by myself.
You were judging the fight at that time. Do you remember who was ahead on your scorecard?
Ali.
Ali was ahead?
Ali, yeah. Ali is ahead.
Muhammad, I'd like to ask you about the fight. Just a question. Did you have any doubt about winning at any time?
Well, round 10, I was surprised Joe had so much stamina. I was surprised as in shape he was. And if I didn't have the condition, I know I would have lost. It was too much pressure.
I think he deserved a lot of
He is the greatest fighter of all times, next to me.
Well, what do you think now? What's the future? Foreman against
George
Martin, and you
Foreman.
find the winner?
That's right, and then I want to retire. This is too painful. It's too much work.
Okay.
Might have a heart attack or something. I want to get up while I'm on top.
In my many years in Ali's corner, if there was ever an opportunity to quit, certainly this fight provided many. But Muhammad Ali was a champion and had a champion's heart. And quit was not a word in his vocabulary.
And Ferdy, as time has passed, it has become apparent that both Ali and Frazier left a piece of themselves in the ring that night.
He's great. He's greater than I thought he was.
How much trouble were you in, Joe? How groggy? How beat up were you, 13?
Well, not beat up. I just couldn't see. My eyes was closed on me, and I couldn't see what I was doing.
Were you hurt, Joe? Were you hurt?
I wouldn't say I was hurt because I felt like I could continue.
I don't know no other fighter today besides myself who could beat Joe Frazier. I know no one else today besides me who could beat him the way he fought tonight.
I thought that my man fought a good fight, and I guess we'll be beating each other sometime again, I hope anyway. But when you see him and I, it's always to be a fight. That's a promise.
For a time, you genuinely disliked this man.
He still does.
He still does? For all the hurtful things he said.
That's not true.
Come on.
No, when the bell ring, now the days is all over. The time is through and done. I think that we should come together a little closer and put things together. But when I'm with him, I'm watching him all the time. Yes, just in case he might get a reach back or something. But yeah, he get right away. See what I mean?
In all the years of seeing heavyweight championship action, I don't think I've ever seen two warriors unwilling to give an inch, to reach such a peak that they never achieved that again. As a matter of fact, I think after the Thriller in Manila, both should have called it a career.